It is truly heartbreaking to witness the devastation caused by heavy rains and floods across many districts, especially in the city of Vijayawada and the districts of Vijayawada and Guntur in the state of Andhra Pradesh. In these unprecedented times, when floodwaters rose and the challenges seemed insurmountable, in fact, the government stood very, very strong and committed towards the people of Andhra Pradesh, towards the people of Vijayawada in particular. From the brave rescue teams and the selfless volunteers to dedicated officials and compassionate citizens, we also have a very strong, committed team of ministers led by the Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Andhra Pradesh. Today we see the state is, yes, it is going through a lot of problems, troubles. The people are really suffering, but the government is trying maximum to reduce the suffering of the people. In fact, Honorable Chief Minister of the state of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, is consistently leading from the front, especially in these troubled times. He faces disasters. He has a history of facing disasters with an unwavering resolve, going without rest or food to ensure the safety and well-being of those who are affected. He has a history of doing it, whether we take it during the 1999s when we had unprecedented floods in the East and West Godavari districts, the Konaseema area, or in 2014 when we had the Hudhud cyclone, or after that in Visakhapatnam, and after that in Srikakulam we had Titli, and now when in 2024 when the city of Vijayawada is completely affected by floods. And even during opposition, when he was in opposition also, when there was the Annamaya Dam breach, or whenever you have such crisis situations, Chandrababu Naidu Garu in fact leads from the front. He comes to the people, he talks to the affected families, tries his maximum to reduce their suffering. He has been doing it. Here, I can very clearly say that in the darkest of nights, in the harshest of times and conditions, NCBN Garu stands very, very strong for the people of Andhra Pradesh. He has done it earlier, he has proved it earlier, and he is doing it again. For the past 75 hours, he has been on the ground with the people of Vijayawada. He has been there in water. He's been, moving around in boats. He's been moving around in JCBs. He's on the roads just to meet people and ensure that they'll be good, they'll be okay, and all the necessary help would be provided to them. Here I would like to bring, because there's a lot of mudslinging by the opposition that's happening on the state and also the government. So I would like to bring to your kind notice the steps being taken by the state government of Andhra Pradesh to ensure the safety and security and the well-being of the citizens of Vijayawada and the state. Here, certain instructions being given by the Honorable Chief Minister today. First and foremost is from today onwards, door delivery of food packets and water and all the necessary items would be done by the Sachivalayam staff and the special officers. All of them would be taking care of it, and the door delivery of the items, because we have seen for the past 2 days certain cases the food packets and the water packets and the milk packets could not be delivered to all the people, the extreme corners of the particular divisions. People could not go, the rescuers and the volunteers could not go there. But from today onwards, measures are being taken for the door delivery of the food packets, and also fire engines would be deployed to cleanse and clean homes impacted by the submergence or marooning. This is a very important aspect, because post the floods there is a lot of cleaning that has to happen, and the state government is taking responsibility for that as well. Here I would also like to mention that the Honorable Chief Minister yesterday has very clearly stated in his statement that even cleaning of bikes, cars, vehicles, or autos and all those vehicles which are damaged by these floods would also be taken up by the government. And in fact, the government would have talks and make sure that all the insurance claims regarding this would be settled within the first 15 days itself. Once the claim is put up, they would have a talk with the insurance companies to make sure that the insurance claims are given to them within the first 15 days. And also sanitation of all roads would be done immediately from today, starting from today. Removal and disposal of animal carcasses and cremation of dead bodies. Medical camps in the impacted areas We have already started around 197 odd running right now, but still more of them would be starting off from today onwards. And also, do's and don'ts pamphlets would also be distributed to each and every home with regard to the electricity things, because that is one of the most important and prioritized thing that we have to concentrate on. And one another thing that's very, very important is procurement and positioning of distribution material. From today onwards, there are thousands of families, almost around 63,894 families which have been identified for essential commodities distribution. To them, 25 kgs rice, 1 kg dal, 1 liter of oil and 1 kg sugar and 1 kg onions and 1 kg potatoes would be given to them. A packet of all these essential items, commodities would be given to them, and this particular supply would be taken care of by the Civil Supplies Department, and from today onwards the door delivery of this would also be starting. And why am I telling you all this? Because as I earlier said, political vultures are on the ground, starting from the ex-chief minister of the state, Sri Jagan Mohan Reddy, all his ex-council of ministers, everybody is on the ground, trying to damage the reputation of the government and also trying to, panic the people. Let me assure you here that the government is taking all possible measures to make sure that each and every person is safe and secure, and food is given to them, water is given to them, and in fact pregnant women or elderly persons or small children, everybody is being taken care of. Here, as I said, I would like to give you certain numbers, because as a whole the state received a rainfall of 554.6 mm as against the normal rainfall which was supposed to be at around 438 mm. So there, as you clearly see, this is only from 1st June till date, and this, as you clearly see, there is a clear deviation of 26.6% there. And again, here, yes, we had human loss. We had around 20 people losing their lives, but as much as possible we have tried to reduce the human loss. Again, here, once after we complete the rescue and relief operations, we also would concentrate on the rehabilitation aspect, wherein the Honorable Chief Minister of the State, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, has also, he is reviewing since morning with the concerned officials as to what would be the amount as compensation which would be given to the people who have lost their lives, and also to the families we have a lot of property loss. Here, according to the initial reports, we have around 1,69,370 hectares of agricultural land damaged, almost around 2,05,194 farmers who are affected by this, and also horticultural land of around 18,424 hectares been damaged. Again, horticultural farmers around 28,924 been affected by this. Today, as on date, because earlier we saw an 11 lakh cusecs of inflow and outflow from the Prakasham barrage. Today we see inflow of around 5,07,104 cusecs and an outflow of 5,07,104 cusecs at around early morning today. And the relief and rescue measures that's been taken by the government. Today, when we see around 6 lakhs and odd population is affected by these floods in the city of Vijayawada and the entire state, we can say, not just Vijayawada, entire state, NTR district, Guntur district, Krishna district, Palnadu and all these Bapatla, we have around 6 lakhs and 6,44,000 to be precise, 6,44,536 people been affected. Almost around 193 relief camps been organized by the government, almost around 43,000 and odd people. Yesterday we had the number at around 50,000. Now that the waters are receding, people are moving back to their homes. So the number has reduced to 43,000 and odd been accommodated in these relief camps. As I earlier mentioned, around 197 medical camps been running today as on date. In the search and rescue operations, we have around 50 teams deployed, of which 22 are SDRF teams and 26 are NDRF teams, and around 2 NA teams are there. And these particular teams are on the ground helping the people all through, making them comfortable, allowing them to come out of the distress they are in. and we have around 5 choppers, 6 choppers, 2 from Navy and 4 from the Air Force, which are airdropping food items and airlifting people stranded in the inundated areas. Around, I think just yesterday, we have around 21 people stranded in water who were airlifted from the inundated areas. Huge quantity of food items like cooked food, water, medical kits, milk, etc. are also being airdropped by these choppers. Again, one of the revolutionary ideas that the Honorable Chief Minister has introduced here is deployment of drones to provide food and relief materials to all the flood affected areas across the state. The only motive of the government today and the Honorable Chief Minister today is to, reach every mile, even the last mile, even the last one affected. We want to reach them. So we also request all the people across the state, wherever you find any sort of information which would be, you have people there stuck or you have somebody reaching out to help, please reach out to the government. You have all the numbers given, all the concerned officials are on the ground. Again, continuing the relief and rescue operations details that I am sharing with you, we have around total 228 boats, in which around 174 are motorized and 54 are non-motorized. These particular boats are arranged to evacuate people from the inundated areas of all the districts. And also we have around 315 active swimmers who are engaged along with these boats for these rescue operations. Again, we have around 167 odd buses from the APSRTC which are actively involved in transporting passengers from surrounding railway stations and all these places where they are stuck. A total of 4,072 calls are received from the public from 31st August, where from the date of the start of this particular rescue and relief operations till date, of which 2,497 calls were received from the 112 number and 1,575 calls from the 1070 number, 1070 number that we have given. Those numbers are still active. So anybody in need can call up to those numbers. Those two numbers are 112 and 1070. So all the grievances which are related to search and rescue, food supply, water supply, medical, water inflow or outflow levels at Prakasham Barrage, everything is managed, and we are here to help the people of Andhra Pradesh. The state is in dire need of help now. Everybody requires help. So we request even the opposition to kindly stop all the nonsense that you are propagating across the different channels. One thing is very clear, the state government is committed to make sure that the relief and rescue operations go on in a very fast pace. Each and every person is rescued and all the relief material is provided to each one of them who is in dire need of them. And also we have a lot of volunteers coming up, and we have a lot of donations that we are receiving for the CM Relief Fund. We have the Heritage Foods donating around 1 crore for the CM Relief Fund, and also we have several actors donating for the CM Relief Fund. And we request each one of you who is interested in being of some help to the people, please come out and help the people. Again, we thank each one of them. As I said earlier, we have the officials, we have the entire team, the administrative team which is on ground from day one helping out people. We thank the police staff, we thank the excise staff, we thank the Sachivalayam staff, we thank each and every person, all the ministers, all the MLAs, all the people who are involved in all these rescue and relief operations. We believe as soon as possible we will be out of this particular thing. And as mentioned earlier, all those political vultures who are trying to create nonsense out there, all those mouths should be shut by now, because the government is doing all the possible things. As I mentioned, Honorable Chief Minister is on the ground with the people for the past 75 hours. He's been there with the people, and he promised that he will be there till every one of them is, in proper and safe conditions. Thank you so much.